Hey guys, Jeff here with Passive Income Unlocked, and this is the May 2022 income report. If you want to follow along, head on over to passiveincomeunlocked.com. It should be right at the top. I'll also put a link in the description below. So for the short version, in May we made $62,213. Our expenses were just over $8,000, leaving us with a net profit around $54,000. So another huge month for us, by far our best in revenue and net profit. However, we were affected by the algorithm update, so we are expecting a drop in June. So let's just go ahead and jump right into that. So I'm going to bring up a screenshot here for you. So this is our 3 sites that were hit by the algorithm update, which was announced, I believe, on May 25th. So the top one there, that is our biggest site currently. So it was well over 500,000 page views in May, and is trending up very, very nicely over the last few months. And as you can see, that did take a hit. Not too drastic, but it's definitely a hit there. And then the last 2 sites there, those ones took a much bigger hit. Thankfully, those are our 2 smallest sites. But those are drops of probably a good 25 or so % on those sites. So for us, this drives home the point of, or the value, I guess, of having multiple sites. You never know when you're going to get hit by an algorithm update. We try to do everything by the book. We don't do anything shady as far as we know. But you can't completely protect yourself from these updates. You just have to know that if you build a site, sometimes you're going to get hit, and it is what it is. We've never been hit too drastically, aside from our very first site early on when we were basically spamming that link with affiliate links, or that site with affiliate links. So since then, we haven't taken a hit of more than maybe 25%, and that's kind of how it's been over the last several years. And I think typically that's what you can expect if you're doing things the right way. But I know a lot of people have definitely gotten hit by this algorithm update. If you only have one site, it can definitely be painful. For us, it's definitely going to hurt to see our revenue drop and our traffic drop. But because we have this spread out over several sites and not all sites got hit, and typically you're never going to get hit on all your sites if you have multiple sites. So it's not as bad as it could be, I guess. So next I'm going to jump into the sites and posts like usual. So I'll bring up a screenshot here. So this shows the age of our posts and the total number of posts here. So last month I mentioned that we were scaling back on site number 5, which is our second youngest site there, to 4 posts a week. So we're going to stick to that. We're going to stick to that on site number 3 as well. But for sites 1, 2, and My Backyard Life, we're going to scale those up to 7 posts a week. So basically 1 post every day. We made that decision towards the end of May. Right before the update, actually. So we will start ordering accordingly in June, so we actually won't start posting at that higher frequency until we get those articles back. So probably in July or somewhere near July, maybe end of June, we'll start posting 1 post a day on those sites. Basically, we want to double down on the sites that are performing well. We're going to try to attack existing clusters on those sites, or add new clusters, but really attack them in bulk, where we're posting a lot of sites or a lot of articles on related content and so on. And then, of course, adding a lot of internal links to those articles. Next, I will bring up a screenshot of our traffic. So this is traffic by month, and this is page views. So total page views, as you can see, we were close to 1.5 million page views total. We would have easily cleared that number if we weren't hit by that algorithm update. So we definitely lost a lot of traffic in that last week of May, and we're definitely curious to see what happens in June, because that lower traffic should carry throughout June as well. As you can see, site number 2 was really taking off nicely. That's the red there. That was just really growing month after month, and that is an outdoor site. That took a small haircut. My Backyard Life is growing pretty nicely as well. That one did not get hit, thankfully. Site number 1, you can see that one dropped, but that was not hit by the algorithm update. That one is a site that just does better in the cooler months, and it's finally starting to cool off itself. And that's going to probably stay about where it's at, hopefully, until we get to the fall. And then the orange there on the graph and the yellow, those were the other 2 that got hit by the algorithm update. So again, those were our 2 smallest sites, not including our case study site, of course. As far as our case study site, I will put out a video on that here probably in about a week. And that site was not affected by the algorithm update at all, and that one's just taken off just nicely like it has been. All right, so next I will bring up a screenshot of our total revenue. So as you can see, they're a nice steady climb, very, very large steps actually since February, of about $10,000 a month up to $62,000 in May. So in June, we don't really know what to expect. The RPM should be a little bit higher because that's the last month of the quarter. However, we got hit by that algorithm update, so we're expecting to drop in both traffic and revenue. I'm thinking we'll probably be around 55,000 or something. This is just a rough guess. I haven't tried to crunch any numbers as far as how much traffic we lost or will potentially lose and so on. So we'll just see where we end up, but I do expect to see that drop down just simply because of the algorithm update. We'll just have to kind of wait and see. Next screenshot here, this is from Mediavine. So this is listing all of our sites. So you can see My Backyard Life. That's the site that we revealed a while back. And then you see the rest of our sites there as well. The site number 2, the one I think it was blue in the traffic graph that I showed a minute ago, that one, as you can see, brought in $25,000 on its own. So that site is really crushing it this year over what it was doing last year. It's really taken off. And then Site 1 and My Backyard Life. So Site 1's the first one listed, and the My Backyard Life, those are holding their own as well, doing very well. Then the other 2 on there, of course, those are bringing in some revenue, and we're going to see what happens next month, but it's going to be lower for sure. Next screenshot here is from Amazon Associates. So this is another fairly strong month for us, and we haven't really done a whole lot as far as adding Amazon links to our articles. We've kind of put that on hold. We attacked it to some extent last month. We started going through some articles, but I don't think we even hit more than maybe 30 articles total as far as adding Amazon links. Probably only 20 articles, honestly, so I don't think anything we did affected this number. Just for whatever reason, it's kind of been higher as of late. But that is on our list of things to potentially do. We haven't decided if we're going to even bother doing it yet or not, but we might go back through some articles and try to add some more links, only where it makes sense, of course, because we don't like to add affiliate links to a whole lot of articles. Aside from that, you can check out the written version of the income report if you want to see where else we got some of our money, but it was pretty minimal, less than $100 from a few different sources. So next, to go over expenses. So we spent $8,231 in expenses in May. Most of that, as usual, can be attributed to content, and the rest is kind of spread out, $100 here, $150 here, and so on. And again, if you want the details there, down to the penny, you can go over to the written version and see all of that. So the net profit for May, total revenue of $62,212.86, expenses of $8,231.38, leaving us with a net profit of $53,981.48. So again, by far our biggest month. We were really hoping to keep ramping up after this. We've been really trying to double down on existing content. We feel like we've been doing a good job of improving our sites as a whole. But again, you can't really protect yourself against these algorithm updates completely, so we'll see what happens. Future plans and goals, keep this really simple, and that's just to keep doing what we're doing, which is to post content in a rapid fashion. So again, we're going to ramp up our sites to 7 posts a week on 3 of our sites. Then the others we'll keep posting at 4 per week. And then our case study, we're posting probably anywhere from 40 to 50 posts a month as well. So just keep posting a lot of content as fast as we can. And then while we're doing that, keep going back to our existing content to find ways to improve it with internal linking, adding images. We're also starting to add a lot of external links to our posts as well. So that's kind of our next project that we're attacking. But we're not really going too hard on that one yet. And then, of course, probably the biggest one is through keyword research. We are trying to really dive deep into clusters, topic clusters within our existing sites. So basically, if we have topics that we've covered on our sites, we're trying to publish more posts around those topics. Any new topics that we post on our sites, we're trying to publish in bulk as well. So we're publishing a lot of content around clusters. So that's kind of what we're attacking right now. That's kind of our plan for the rest of the year. So that's about it for this one. We got hit by the algorithm update, just like a lot of people did. Again, the best thing you can do is diversify, whether it's your traffic, whether it's having multiple sites. Probably the best way to diversify, honestly, is to take your earnings from your site once you're making a profit and invest those earnings so you can diversify that way. But there's really nothing you can do to protect yourself against these updates. They're going to happen. If you build sites the right way, hopefully you won't get hit too badly, and that's kind of how it's been for us. But there's really no way to protect yourself completely. I've seen a lot of really good publishers and bloggers out there who build sites the right way, and they still get hit occasionally as well. It's just a minor setback. I wouldn't let that stop you. Keep building sites. It's still a great business model. There's really not much of a better business model out there to grow your income this quickly so easily. So definitely don't let it deter you. Just keep pushing forward. So guys, that's all I have for this one. I'll see you in the next one.